Hello everyone, welcome to another edition here of What's New Wednesdays, Cookies Enabled. I am Will, your host of the show and creator, and as you can tell, Andrew is not here with us during our live show. He is busy off with the family, doing what is necessary in life, and I get that. But we did pre-record a good chunk of the show and a ton of news earlier with some awesome internet memes. So I'm going to play that video for you guys now. I'm going to be live in the background to chat with you guys if you drop a comment or two. So I will definitely be around, and I have a few more comments and whatnot after I air this for you guys as well. So enjoy the show. I will see you guys in about 30 minutes. Okay. Well, as you can tell, it is earlier in the day here, and this is not 7 p.m. at night. But due to weather constraints and a few other random things, just life as usual. We're filming this majority of the show early. I'm still live behind the scenes, though, so if you're chatting with the show, I will be there. So, yes. But Andrew, hello, welcome. We have some awesome news from you today, I'm sure. Actually, we have tons of different, lots of space news, kind of. Some SpaceX news, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a busy week for space news. We'll just jump right in. SpaceX, obviously. I've got an article of what's coming up in April.
Yeah.
Now, first, we did get notification about the Starship tests.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at maybe another month or two on the FAA decision from Boca Chica, unfortunately. But these things take time, and they're still working on it. They've destacked their Starship, and it looks like they're doing some modifications to one of the Starships. There will be a payload bay in it for satellites. So it looks like some of the earlier missions might actually be ride shares for smaller private companies of satellites. That does offset the cost and all of the money that they're pouring in to Starship. And with its payload capabilities, I mean, obviously they're going to be telling these clients, this is a brand new rocket. There's a chance it's not going to go well. So I'd say probably pretty inexpensive for people to rent space on there for their satellites.
Relatively speaking,
But given SpaceX's, given their, how they've done things and their safety record, most companies would probably feel comfortable putting one of their expensive satellites on an early mission. Probably not the first. Obviously, the first will be a test, but the second one, if the first one, even if it doesn't land properly, if it can get into orbit, then it's completed its mission. Landing is and always has been a secondary, a secondary mission. So we'll see. But April's going pretty strong for them. One, we've got a rideshare on Falcon 9. They call them rideshares. Think basically an Uber for satellites.
It's so awesome.
It's going to be, the article I have says 40 spacecraft inside the payload fairing. And again, from multiple different clients. That's going to be launching pretty soon, late.
This image looks small on your screen, but let me tell you, I had to shrink it probably like 5 times just to squeeze it onto my screen. So it's massively detailed. There's going to be tons in the description below for these links. Because I found a bunch on Twitter and stuff of them sharing everything and going into the detail, which is super cool. I love looking at this, and there's just so many little things to see, little intricacies of stuff. It's amazing.
Is that from inside? Is that image from inside the fairing?
The payload image. It's so cool.
Yeah, and that's going to be their 4th dedicated rideshare. I'm trying to figure out exactly.
I didn't see
April 1st. So it looks like it's going to be going on April 1st.
Cool. Well, that's something to look
we got that in a few days. The big one we have in April, though, is going to be the Axiom mission. That is the first private mission to the space station. These are not NASA astronauts. They are not. They have not went through NASA training, but they are scientists in their own right, in their own fields.
It's not
exactly. It's not a what do you call it? Sightseeing mission.
Oh no.
Or just floating into space, such as what Blue Origin has done. Yeah. This is, and again, SpaceX is paving the way again, saying, yeah, we're not just taking tourists to space.
There you go. Yeah.
These are scientists. They have their own projects, their own research that they are going to be doing while they are living on the space station.
Yep.
And that, again, I think that's going to be, you're going to see a lot of that.
Which is huge.
With upcoming space travel.
Mm-hmm.
And the science is the most important part. Yeah, I'm not trying to dog anything that Virgin Galactic or Blue Origin are doing, because even providing space tourism does generate money to continue the research, to continue the development of these rockets, and drop the cost over time. So it might seem like, oh, rich people going into space. Well,
yeah, and you know what? It's always going to start there.
It follows,
you know, isn't that what happened with the Titanic?
It follows the same model.
You know.
Yeah. Well, it follows similar to the model of what Tesla did. They started with one roadster in small quantities, sold for a high dollar number.
Yep.
They then reinvested that money, worked on their design capabilities, and then released a lower cost model for more people, and then using that would release a lower cost model for the main public, namely the Model 3
population.
But when you're a startup, you got to start big, and you got to make a lot of money really quickly. So I'm not dogging Blue Origin or Virgin Galactic. It might seem like they're just rich people wasting their money, but at the same time, that money is going to pay to the paychecks of every single manufacturer or an engineer and employee of Blue Origin. It's being invested. People, I hear them always complaining about, why are we spending money on sending a probe to Mars or anything into space? All that money stays on Earth. That's paying people. Someone had to weld that
That's how you want to look
Someone
at it.
Had to design that tire.
Exactly.
You know.
Yes. And not just a little bit of research. It's like years of their lives went into dedicating, building these spacecrafts. You know, these are not just
and a spacecraft has to be lightweight. It has to be it has to be lightweight. The batteries have to be efficient. And if we can figure out how to make batteries more efficient for a spacecraft, guess what? That technology will trickle down so that we have more efficient batteries in phones, which means you don't have to charge your phone every day. It has a lasting effect. The only reason we're able to do this show right now is because of advancements in space travel and technology, GPS, satellite internet, all of that makes this possible. Everything you watch makes this possible. So
take that into consideration.
We'll see what happens. But no, they've got a lot going on this next month. Getting all these boosters landed. We've got another Starlink launch. And SpaceX is gearing up for a pretty busy year, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen.
They're going to have so much going on. I feel like we've been really quiet the last couple of months, as we expected to be. And now here we are gearing up for the explosion of space stuff. You know, this is going to be really cool. I'm super excited. And we're not even done with
Speaking of the space station. Speaking of the space station, there's an amateur photographer. Will's going to bring up the photo. Got a really sweet photo of the space station with his telescope in his backyard, basically. And we've seen tons of photos. We've seen Smarter Every Day do capturing the transition of the space station across during I believe that was a solar eclipse.
Oh, right.
Maybe a lunar eclipse. So we've seen some amazing.
I don't remember, honestly. I think it was a lunar eclipse.
I can't remember if it was a lunar or a solar. I'm pretty sure it was a solar eclipse.
Oh, okay.
But in that one, you know, they did the math and figured out they realized at this exact spot in a farm in the middle of the U.S., right when the eclipse becomes total, the space station from here is going to transit it, as in you'll see it move across.
Right.
They set up their cameras. They got photos of it moving across the sun. Incredible views, all in some random tiny bit in the Dust Bowl of America.
Right.
So we've gotten some incredible views of this station from Earth. But this one, as you can see on the photo, this captured, and it is hard to see. It's very blurry.
It is super blurry because he's zooming in like a million times.
But based on the timing of it and what they were looking at and comparing to other photos and video, you can actually see a few of the astronauts outside the station during a spacewalk.
Like I said, they're like little blobs, but you can see I've really magnified the picture here, so you have those little tiny arrows pointing at the actual astronauts floating. This is what he was seeing through the telescope. And when I zoom back out here, you're seeing both the live feed up top of what they were seeing through like the International Space Station live feed of the spacewalk, and then down in the bottom right hand corner you're seeing the actual feed that he was seeing through his telescope. So it's really cool to see that. This is awesome. I mean, wow. That
one of the astronauts, their last name Maurer, M-A-U-R-E-R, Maurer.
Yeah, Maurer.
I'm assuming Maurer. He's visible outside the space station, and it really takes a lot of timing and preparation with the telescope to make sure you're zoomed, because the space station is traveling at like 17,000 miles an hour. So you have to know exactly where it's going to be, point your telescope, and then wait for it to pass through and hit the image capture at the right time.
I mean,
to see an astronaut outside the space station, again, it's a little blurry, but you can pick out that little white dot that's the astronaut. And again, you know me, I'm an amateur photographer and astronomer. I love these things. I'm definitely going to be, now with my good camera, getting a lot of astrophotography going this summer. I'm really excited for that.
Me too.
And that one was, that was just really cool.
That is super cool.
You know?
Like, what a coincidence, but not really. I mean, like you said, there was tons of planning going into that. But wow, like that's just awesome. For all those people that think that everything in space is just a fluke.
or the people that think that space is fake. It's not.
No. Sorry, guys.
No.
Sorry, everybody.
Space is real. We live on a globe. The Earth is not flat.
No, it is not.
I've been trying to figure out what I want to do for my next episode. Because I did the bridge, and you've got one coming up Monday. I think it might be time where I do a serious flat Earth debunking video.
I would love that. Do it.
Maybe we should hop on that bandwagon, because I've watched so many debunking videos and watched some of the flat Earth videos, and I'm thinking...
I know.
I'm going to work on one. I'm going to do a flat Earth video. You know what? We'll make it happen.
That sounds great. That sounds so exciting. I would love that. I know you can easily do that. No problem. I full faith in you. But on a lighter note, let's do some memes, since we haven't done any memes yet today, and we've got some really awesome ones. I've mixed them up a little bit, so I'm going to do one of mine, one of yours, one of mine, one of yours. We're going to jump back and forth here. So my first one for y'all today is an oldie but a goodie. You may have seen this one pop up on your social media accounts. It says, all you damn kids with your Fortnite and Black Ops, y'all won't even make it past the Kansas River. And it shows a picture of the old 12-inch floppy Oregon Trail Disc 1. Because there's more than one disc.
5-inch.
So...
It was a 5-inch floppy.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say, 12-inch?
I have seen 12-inch floppies, though. Those were older.
Yeah. The giant, massive ones.
Weird.
This looks like one of the bigger ones, but I couldn't actually tell what size it was. But if you don't know the Oregon Trail,
they were all 5-inch.
You can actually download this on your phone now. This is what the old box art looked like back in the day.
You can get it on your phone?
I'm pretty sure they have an Oregon Trail for your phone. I don't know if it's anywhere near what the original one used to be.
I don't care. I have eSheep, and now I have Oregon Trail. That's happening. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
No, if you don't know what this game is, you're just young.
You're so
We're
young.
Old.
Like, I mean, 90s, 80s, 90s babies, you should all know this. Anybody before that, I mean, you just might not have had computers around to play the game. we were forced to play it as kids on those stupid. It was either that or like Geometry Wars, which was nothing like it is now. And
I remember that.
And that was pretty much it. I think Tetris. You could play Tetris or some typing games or something. So that was terrible.
But no, those kids would not make it past, like you said, the Kansas River. That game was hard.
It's so hard. You're always dying of things. Random kids and things are attacking you and stuff. And it's terrible. It's such a terrible game. Good luck with that one, everybody. Enjoy Oregon Trail.
Try it.
Oh my God.
If you thought the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time was bad, play Oregon Trail and then let's talk.
Yes, exactly. Do a run through of Oregon Trail.
Oh, I should have.
Is it even possible?
I'm going to share it later. Well, I'm going to share it later, but I found an image in my old Facebook folder. I just save memes all the time, and I should have found this one. Man. But there was one talking about it was like you should treat your body as a temple, and it says me, an intellectual, thinking my body is 70% water. Does that mean I'm the water temple? And then the reply is yes. You're that horrible.
Yep. Goodness. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so our next one here is one of yours, and this was a great one. No talking in this
Star Wars related.
This is the Star Wars / Spaceballs. So in the first sequence here, you have the flying Winnebago coming down and approaching our main character, and then you see her shining her Schwartz ring towards the enemy, I guess. Maybe she's trying to protect. I don't know exactly what she's going to be doing here.
That's when she lands and meets Luke for the first time and holds out his lightsaber.
It's been a minute. Sorry. So, yeah, I know. Shame on me. Because I did see this movie.
Yeah, shame on you.
Obviously, it isn't Luke, though. It is...
Nope.
Lone Star. Yeah, Lone Star. Thank you. Wow, total brain fart there too.
Which I love. They found an older photo of Bill Pullman to put in that.
It's so accurate.
Rest in peace. Also, rest in peace, Bill Pullman. He's been dead for a little while. Oh. That was sad because I was hoping to see him in Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
Right. Are they actually making that?
Which I've heard might still be. There are rumors that they're still talking about it.
I mean, because Rick Moranis obviously will not be in it. Unless they convinced him to. I don't know, but...
I think if he were to come back for any movie,
it would be Spaceballs 2. Absolutely.
I think he might just bite the bullet and do it.
You're right.
I mean, props to him for leaving his career to focus on his family. That is more important.
Absolutely.
And he had a great career.
Yep.
But I feel like
it's time to
he'd come out of retirement for that.
I mean, we've lost Robin Williams. We need Rick Moranis back. Okay, I'm sorry. It's one or the other.
And we could deep fake Bill Pullman. We could get someone in there for that.
Right. We have the technology. It's part of Spaceballs. They'd make fun of it and mock it, and it would be hilarious. You know it. It would be like the jamming of the radar. If you don't know, check out Spaceballs. It's on one of your streaming services.
It is an incredible movie.
It's so funny.
It's so slapstick. It's your average Mel Brooks movie, but the parodies and the comedy in that is absolutely fantastic.
They are literally endless. I'm flashing a few other random ones like, and may the Schwartz be with you, and he's kind of like fading away. Like, I love that. Oh my gosh, it's one of my all-times. And anyway, we got one more line here.
I wondered if I almost sent this one to you myself. I wondered if you were going to pull this one out.
Yes, I am. I'm going to go there. Okay, I have to adjust the photo.
Everybody's been going with this this week. We've all seen it.
Yeah.
We've all seen the apologies. We know what happened.
We don't need the story.
We're not going to get into it. It's a whole debacle.
But when I saw this, I died laughing. Oh my gosh! First of all, I love Andrew Garfield.
Just watched.
He did great. Mm-hmm. And I loved him in Tick, Tick, Boom. All the Spider-Man movies he did fantastic in as well. But here he is texting the other Peter Parkers to see if Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in their universes too, which is just awesome. And I mean, come on.
Considering I just watched Spider-Man No Way Home,
Me too.
this was fresh in my mind.
It is mine as well. Yep.
Oh, also, fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Please go get this movie. I did pay to buy it digitally through Vudu, and it was way cheaper. I bought a bundle pack, so I got a bunch of different movies for like 20 some bucks. It was really cheap, and that was included in it. I can watch it as many times as I want, and it was awesome. So check it out.
I just bought it on YouTube in Ultra HD, but it was
awesome.
They did a good job. It was
everything I needed and more. And make sure you watch all the way past the credits, because there is a hidden preview at the end. So that's all I'm going to say.
It's a Marvel movie. There's always a post-credit.
Oh, there always is. Yes, and this one is like.
Nope. Andy made fun of me all night because I was giggling like a little child, and that's just how it is. It was honestly, it was fan service, but it wasn't too cheesy.
No.
I think they did the story very well. So I was pretty pleased with it.
It was just good enough that I didn't get bored, and I was not really guessing what was going to happen next, but I was just intrigued and happy to be along for the ride, which was cool. It's really, really intriguing to see everybody interacting and just having a great time. It was so fun. It was so clever. And it's not the first time we've seen a Spider-Man movie like this. If you've seen the Metaverse one that they had, was that on Netflix?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the
animated one. Thank you. Yes, that one was excellent as well.
Also,
super
very good movie.
And this one is
stylization, making it look like a 3D comic.
Yes.
All the characters
aced it.
And it was the first one where we got Miles Morales as Spider-Man as well. It wasn't Peter Parker. So that was refreshing. I know a lot of the like the Latino communities, people of color, they were very happy about representation.
Finally, right?
Of one of the non-white Spider-Man.
Finally, yeah.
And then you had what? Who was it? Was it Bill Hader that did Spider-Pig? I don't remember who voiced that.
Shoot. Man, I don't remember. Spider-Pig.
Guess what? I can find out.
Yes, I was going to say. I will move on to our next meme while you look that up really quick. This is one of yours. Also a really good one. Another Star Wars. This time, you have Obi-Wan, kind of a younger Obi, kind of looking through his binoculars to check something out and check out a castle apparently, which just happens to have the knight going boop 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 boop. Totally just making fun of him, mocking him for looking at him through the binoculars. And I absolutely love his face. He's just disgusted, but like kind of wants to laugh, like it's kind of funny.
Well, the thing is, and again, shame on you, that's from the trailer for the new Obi-Wan series.
Yes, and I have not seen the trailer or anything for it yet, unfortunately.
From what we can tell, from what we're assuming from the trailer when he's looking out, the original is a kid just playing like he's a starfighter on top of the hut that he lives in, which we're assuming is young Luke.
Okay, intriguing.
But they tie that with Monty Python, with the French knight taunting King Arthur and everything. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Yes.
Which, it wasn't until a few years ago when I saw a Tumblr post about that, I realized that those were not just random insults. And it makes sense. Your mother was a hamster. What do hamsters do? They breed all the time. They're like bunnies.
Right.
So he's basically calling his mother a...
Okay. Yeah. I see.
And wine, a lot of the wine at that time tended to be made with elderberries.
Right.
So your mother is not being faithful, and your father is an alcoholic.
Pretty much.
So they're actually honest insults.
Yes, very much so. But yeah, just the way they go about it. God, it's so old English and it's hilarious. So check out Monty Python and the Holy Grail. If you haven't, it's a real good one. I think that's on Disney Plus or Amazon. It's on one of them. I know for sure. But yeah, so that's all the memes we had for today. We got 2 more topics, and then I will take over with, I think, 1 or 2 more topics after that as well. So, did you
I'm still
figure
looking
out?
for,
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we ever figure out? What were we looking up? I can't remember.
Spider-Ham.
Oh, yeah, the Spider Pig. Yep.
Here we go. Spider-Ham actor. Oh, John Mulaney.
Oh.
That, obviously, I knew I recognized that voice.
Wow. Intriguing. Man, he's got a big voice.
One of my favorite comedians. So that makes sense. John Mulaney. Yep. Cool. I can hear it now.
Yeah, I can too. Oh man.
They had a really great cast of voice actors in that. I thought did very well.
Yeah, they did. They did a great job.
Again, go see it. We'll post the link.
Absolutely. Now you've got 2 more things for us. You've got a new dino, and I didn't get the name of the dino, but I got some awesome pictures of the dino.
Let me pull up the article here, and we will see what it is. So it was found in Argentina, which a lot of species of dinosaurs have been found in that region.
Yeah,
you have one named Argentinosaur. Argentinosaurus. It's but it tends to just be because of what the climate and terrain was like millions and millions of years ago, where some areas were more conducive to fossilization, where they'd either dry out very quickly or the skeletons would be covered in like a bog with a lot of sediment that doesn't allow oxygen to get down there and decompose the bones as much. So some areas you're going to find a lot more dinosaur skeletons than others. Erosion, all of that, blah, blah, blah. But this one, he's crazy looking.
Yeah, those like spears out of the neck are so intriguingly cool and weird. I love this artistry representation that they did too, of it like walking through these trees and brush, getting to the river. I mean, they're massive. They're scary, but they're just cool looking. It's almost like an antler or something is kind of what it reminds me of.
It's named Bajadasaurus, as in like Baja, the Baja region, I'm assuming. So Bajadasaurus pronus spinax. I don't know a lot of Latin taxonomy, but spinax obviously has to do something with the spine, which is where those things protrude from. So looking at the skull, it's pretty obviously an herbivore.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't have the sharp teeth, the flat teeth. And so
it's not coming after you like a T-Rex or something. No.
But by looking at I mean, this is how paleontology works. They go, okay, these teeth make sense that this was an herbivore. Why would they have these spines? Most likely defense. A predator running after it while it's drinking or eating. It's going to meet those spines first, which is not going to go well. No. They could have also been to help regulate body temperature.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
We do know some dinosaurs were, I believe they called it exothermic.
Yeah.
There's exothermic and endothermic, red-blooded, cold-blooded, sort of. Exothermic, I believe, I might have this switched. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, hit us up in the comments if we're wrong.
Exothermic means that doesn't help me. It says accompanied by the release of heat.
Kind of a...
Okay, so if I'm reading this right, exothermic would be where it's like lizards, where your surroundings dictate how your metabolism works. It's why you have heat lamps for an iguana. Endothermic would be that you generate your own body heat, such as mammals, warm-blooded,
that's why we gotta eat all the time.
avian, birds. So,
cool.
But so they don't. I mean, it was just discovered.
Yeah, super.
They got to
awesome.
figure out. Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of research, a lot of studies to figure out just exactly what. Just more details about it, but it's a really sweet looking.
It's so cool looking.
Dinosaur.
I would love to see this in my local museum because it's just so awesome. And I mean, just the neck part is as big as the guy that found it. I mean, it's freaking huge. I mean, this thing would be so scary to see in real life, and that's why I love this artistry picture because it really does demonstrate it just towering as tall as the trees and big as houses, kind of stomping around. Eating vegetables, which is just adorable, but terrifying all at the same time. Oh my god!
They're dinosaurs. They were just awesome.
They were.
I mean, if you don't like dinosaurs, stop watching. Go away.
Yes.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Yeah, and every time a new one's discovered, we're probably going to talk about it.
Very much.
Very much so. Okay, so we've got one last topic for you, which is kind of a helpful one, especially for people that work in slippery areas, like greasy areas, or maybe you just have really slippery floors at work or whatnot, because I know that happens with a lot of places, especially if you work in a factory or whatnot.
Kitchen industry mostly. So I think eventually I'm going to do a full episode on these style of shoes. Right. It's something I've been interested in for probably 3 or 4 years. If you've never heard of minimalist shoes, as they call them, they're basically very lightweight shoes to start off. They have what they call zero drop. Now, if you take a look at most of your sneakers, especially boots, you always have that high stack above the heel, and it slopes down. There is some iffy science, some serious science, but some not so, that say it's better for you to get better, more of a ground feel when you're wearing a shoe that is flat to the ground, much like as if you were, they also call them barefoot shoes. So it's basically to mimic how you would walk if you were barefoot. Okay. Which, if you walk through your house barefoot, you probably do walk differently. You might not realize it, but think about that. The next time you walk through your house in socks or in bare feet, compared to shoes, you're probably walking a little different. You don't, most people won't as often hit the ground with their heel first and roll. They'll more likely plant their whole foot down. Just straight down instead of a rolling, because that heel strike can be painful. And that's why a lot of shoe companies have added padding or stacking to the heels. But some people say that it can mess with your posture over the years. I haven't looked that far into the science, and I definitely will if I do an episode. But I can say, just from personal anecdotal experience, the barefoot minimalist zero drop shoes that I've purchased, I love them.
Oh, I'm sure they're awesome. They look like super solid shoes, and they got tons of varieties on their website too.
They are, honestly. I have a few from a brand called Lems, which just look really nice. I've seen 5 or 6 different companies online. Some of them look not as good. Some of them don't have the best reviews. The 2 companies that I found that have the best reviews, though, are Lems and this company, Xero. Both of them, not a sponsor.
No, we're not giving us any money to do this.
Although if they want to, I would not be opposed, because they are some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. I can feel a difference after working an entire day on your feet, 10, 12 hours. The days that I've worn these, my feet feel a lot better than if I've worn my boots, even my Vans, and I love Vans.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, it's so comfy.
After a long work shift, I love these things.
God.
And we've been asking for years. I've personally posted on their Instagram and Twitter asking,
make one.
Can we get a restaurant quality shoe that's non-slip? They said They said we're looking into it. And last night I just saw an ad on Facebook. They finally dropped one, and I bought them. I'm so excited. They're full grain leather. They're zero drop. They have the wide toe box. Like, shoes, they aren't shaped like the human foot. They kind of squish your toes together. Right. I know Pumas are notoriously bad at cramping your toes.
Yeah, my Nikes used to do that to me. I always had to try to buy the wide pairs, which was an extra like $20-$30 in Nike world, so...
Like the Nike SBs or the...
I used to buy the Shocks wide, and it was like $150 usually, and that was on the low end if I got a sale or something, so ouch.
Exactly. But these shoes, like, you put those on, you can actually feel your feet just spread out. You can move your toes a lot more easily.
Nice.
It is a different way. I will say, if you are interested in getting shoes like this, wear them briefly for your first week. Don't just put them on and go out for an entire day, because you are probably not going to be used to them. There are muscles in your feet, muscles in the back of your legs and your calves that
all gotta
without shoes like this, unless you spend a lot of time barefoot, you're probably fine. But if you don't, you're going to have to build up the muscles that you didn't even realize were not developed. It is a much different feel, but they're extremely lightweight. That's the thing. I don't even feel like anything is on my foot after coming. I love my boots, but those are maybe a pound and a half a piece. These are 3/4 of a pound. They're very lightweight.
Nice. That's so awesome.
But
it's important to not have heavy shoes. It's been a style that
I've always enjoyed. It's different. So it's not really a break-in period. It's a build-up muscles period.
Right.
But give them a shot. I personally would recommend them.
I'll post all the links below for you guys too, so take a look.
I'm just hoping we get our first sponsor. Xero Shoes, sponsor us.
We would love
you. We don't even want much. We'll advertise for you. I will personally advertise for your products. I don't know, buy me a camera or something. That's all I care.
Right, that'd be cool. That'd be really awesome.
We'll do what we can. But again, I'm just so excited. Like, the moment I saw that they had a restaurant quality slip resistant shoe, I bought them. I've been waiting for these for years, and I can't wait. Maybe I'll do like a review video once I've had them for a bit.
Actually, that would be awesome
there we go.
too.
I'll do an unboxing.
There you go.
We can have an unboxing video.
It'll be a 3-parter. But anyway, Andrew, thank you so much for tuning in for today. And I will be taking over the show in just a second here with, I think, 2 other stories for you guys. But anyway, we will see you guys next week. And I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, so I am back on the show. As you can tell, our comments are finally catching up with the day. I know my sister has been chatting with me during the show here, which is awesome. Thank you so much for that, and definitely helpful, so I appreciate it. But I have 2 last topics for you guys today. I know we've already really crammed a lot into the show, but there's a few things that I mentioned in the description that we haven't hit on yet. So one that I wanted to hit on last week, but we had our special guest, so I pushed it to this week, is something you guys are familiar with. Obviously, I'm going to put some Halo games up on the screen here. You guys can guess which one is which. And I will put up the correct titles here in a second. But so these are the infamous Halo games that we all know and love. And I think everybody really wanted Halo to become a movie or a movie series like they did with Resident Evil. And I'm not really sure what happened behind the scenes, but it didn't get a movie release. It got a TV release. So here are all the Halo games that they have crammed into one frame for me. So there's actually about 7 total games. So it's really actually a little bit more if you include all the expansions and downloadable content and stuff. But Paramount Plus picked it up and has now turned it into a TV show. And so this TV show is taking over our really where the movies and the games and stuff would leave off. Now, it's not actually redoing the whole game, in movie form. You're not actually watching the games play or anything like that, which is, cool. But it definitely, I guess in most cases, this is going to be a whole separate story, kind of like what they did with like the Star Wars stuff, where you're getting like an Obi-Wan and a Jabba the Hutt and all these different ones. That's kind of what they're doing with Halo. So you're still tied into the game universes though, and that is really what's key here. So what's really important is just the detail that they crammed into these things. Now I've only seen the first episode. I think the second episode I think airs tomorrow night. And it started last week on the 24th, which was Thursday, obviously, right after we aired our show. So I wanted to mention it. But yes, it did come out last week, and the second episode airs this week. And like I said, this is probably the most accurate I've ever seen a game go to a TV show. I mean, even just the weapons are the same. The enemies look the same. The acting is top notch. I mean, we're talking Star Trek quality, advances in of what the suits and how the Spartans are giant compared to humans, and they really aced it. I gotta say, even the voice of Chief is very familiar, even though I think they could have made him sound and look a little more like Chief. I mean, they did a great job. Considering this is actually a side story, it's not really part of the original series that we are playing in the games. They even mention a lot of the same stuff that you've seen or played in some of the games. So it's really, really cool. It's actually really scary to see some of these things play out on screen. But again, if you got Paramount Plus, please give this a watch. It is great. If you don't have Paramount Plus, but you have an Xbox One or Xbox Series S or X, and you may have the Game Pass. If you do have the Game Pass, apparently Microsoft is giving everybody Paramount Plus free for a month. So you can watch the first few episodes this month for free thanks to Microsoft. I don't know how to redeem it. If I find the links, I'll throw them in the description below after the show. Again, I wasn't able to find anything before. Sorry, my sister says way more stuff now in movies. Yeah, it's so true. We really do. We have way more stuff now from movies and TV than we did before. So we'll see how that goes. I really think that they really aced it with this one. I hope I don't get hit with an infringement from just showing you guys that little advertisement, because that's something you can already see for free. It's been on TV many a time. So, I just fell over. Anyway, so one last thing for you guys tonight, which is new pair of headphones. Everybody loves new headphones, but these almost seem like an April Fool's joke, which is kind of strange, and let me explain. I know these don't look like headphones at all, but I've really got to explain what you're looking at here. Dyson, the vacuum company, has decided to fill a gap in the market. Now, I wasn't able to capture an image of their competition. LG actually started this niche market when COVID came around and made an air purification mask that you can wear. And it's literally a tiny little machine operated, battery operated, kind of like a little vacuum cleaner. It sucks in air from outside, pulls it through like a HEPA filter, and then it fills the mask for you. And it doesn't touch your face or anything, which is great. So that's what LG came up with. It was super expensive. I don't think anybody bought it. I didn't even know it existed. And Dyson's like, we gotta do this. Now, Dyson apparently says they've been working on this for 6 years, which I don't know if that's actually true. I don't think that's accurate. I want to say maybe 3 years at most, but apparently they've gone through almost 500 different models trying to get this just right. Apparently each ear has its own little vacuum cleaner and will actually suck air in through the filters that are built into the outer eardrum, which is kind of interesting. So, or the outer actual shell of the ear capsule, Then it will push the clean air out through this mouthpiece that kind of covers your nose and your mouth and just delivers fresh, clean air. And what they're trying to demonstrate in this video that I have here is how, when you go out into the city, there's busts and pollutants everywhere in the air, dust everywhere, pollen floating around, and no way to filter any of that out other than just putting an actual K95 mask or something on. And instead, now you can wear something like this or one of those LG vacuum mask things. Apparently this thing is, again, been supposed to revolutionize how we do stuff. It's got different settings for speeds, for pulling air, filtering air, and it's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's actually like doing anything ear-wise other than just playing music. So these are actual headphones you can use to like making phone calls, listening to music. Apparently they're extremely immersive and they are noise canceling as well, which I'd hope so because you just put a vacuum cleaner on your head. But really all they did was just shrink the little vacuum motor down so small that they could cram it into either ear, and then they put filters on there, and then a little mouthpiece to just pump the air to your face. Again, there's different speeds and things. Okay, there's a lot of things they don't tell you. A, how long is the battery life? We have no idea. We have absolutely no idea how long this thing lasts. Like, can I wear this all day and get fresh air everywhere I go? Probably not. I don't think so. It'll probably be a couple hour range, most likely. They also didn't talk about what kind of Bluetooth. Is this 5.0, 6.0? Are we talking about like advanced options? Like they showed the lady like tapping on it like it's kind of like a Google headset or something, and that's maybe activating Google or something for you. I don't know. That would be really cool. I don't know if they thought about these things as like a volume up or down or anything like that, or if maybe that's a settings control. They leave a lot of things unquestioned, including the price. We have no idea the price of this thing. Knowing Dyson, is probably going to be $499 or something for a pair of headphones, which these days is actually pretty reasonable. I mean, the headphones I'm currently wearing are about $150. These are Triton headphones, for those of you that don't know, and have 4 speakers in each ear, which is why they cost so much. But they give me directional sound, so I can totally understand people coming up behind me and stuff. I can hear it, which is great. Great for gaming and whatnot. It's they're just also really comfortable, which is why I'm wearing them for this, and they're noise canceling, which is great. But I don't think Dyson again is going to have a price range that people are going to want to see. And I think this is going to be one of those jokes where everybody's just like, if you're rich and you got money, you're going to have the Dyson headphones with the face mask thing on it. I can't see this coming in less than $300. I really just don't. I think this is going to be $299 and up probably, and that's about the same as like Beats headphones or Apple's AirPods or whatnot. So you could easily buy the same thing. Like my sister said, they're pricey. This is very pricey. I don't think this is going to be cheap. I don't think this is an April Fool's joke. There's just this promotional video. This is an April Fool's joke, it's the most elaborate one I have ever seen. But again, I think it's going to be a joke just to wear them. They actually look kind of comfortable. I actually like the design of the ear cup. But I think the whole face mask thing is just too far. Maybe if they put some LEDs or like allowed me to like do smiley faces or put pictures or give me some other options. Don't just give me fresh air. I get fresh air all the time. We're in Michigan up here. All the air is fresh. It doesn't matter where you are. Maybe not Detroit, but who knows? It's not that bad last time I was there. But anyway. Okay, everybody. That's the whole show for you today. Hopefully you all learned something new. I know I did. And again, check out our awesome episodes. We're going to have some new stuff coming up here pretty soon. And I know we have Monday. Every episode is new. It usually comes out around noon. And every Wednesday we do our live show at 7 p.m. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please, please, please. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you all next time. Have a great night.